Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
Aye, doggies, Lum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, Jot 'em Down store. This is Lum and Abner.
And now, let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, Lum, Abner, and Mousey Gray are still laboring on the plans and problems of the proposed Wonderful World Apartments, a project designed to house every family in Pine Ridge in a modern, rent-free, tax-free apartment with all utilities paid. And, according to Mousey's arithmetic, this can all be done on Diogenes Smith's gift of $10,000. As we look in on the little community today, we find Lum in the Jot 'em Down store explaining some drawings to Abner. Listen.
Here's the arrangements of the apartments in the first building we're going to put up, Abner.
Oh, you got them all drawn out on paper, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, me and Mousey done this last night over at his place. Set up till night 10 o'clock working on them.
Well, I do know.
I didn't mind it so much, though. His woman, Gussie, fixed us each a nice cup of cocoa. Sort of broke up the evening, give us a breathing spell.
Sure. Yeah, that was thoughtly of her. But now, explain these here drawings to me, Lum. What's all these lines here mean?
Well, that's the different floors, see?
Floors?
Yeah, now,
What's this right here, them lines here?
Well, that's the attic.
Attic?
Yeah.
Well, we got this thing upside down, and I
No.
thought that was the bottom part of the building.
It is the bottom part. I'm going to put the attic on the bottom.
Huh?
Put the attic downstairs.
Well, attics always go on the top of a building, Lum.
I know they do, but this one's going to be on the bottom because folks is always putting their trunks up there, and they got to carry them big, heavy trunks clean up to the attic. This way, the attic's downstairs.
Well, I do know. Why, sure, that's a good idea. As many times as I've had to go up that attic ours and get down boxes and stuff, and if I'd have had any sense at all when I built the place, I could have had them downstairs just as easy as not. Well, who thought of that idea, you or Mousey?
One of us, I forget just which one it was. Now, only trouble was we couldn't find any place to put the basement.
Oh, that's right.
Because the attic was going in there, so we put the basement right in the middle of the building.
In the middle, huh?
Yeah, that middle floor, there's the basement.
Well, that's sort of handy. You always put potatoes and stuff down there. It's just heap easier to throw them down than it is to carry them up the steps anyway.
Why, sure. And then if we put it downstairs like basements generally is, why, it'd have been handy for the folks on the first and second floors, but them folks way upstairs there, it'd have been hard for them to get to the basement.
Oh, yeah.
So we're putting it right in the middle of the building, be handy for everybody.
All right, doggies, you ought to have been a carpenter, Lum. You're a genius, you
I'm
know
an
it?
architect. That's
You're
what I
a
am.
genius if ever I've seen one.
Well, I don't like to cast compliments right in my
Oh,
own
you
face.
are now.
Yeah,
That's
thank
what
you.
you are.
Wait a minute, there comes Cedric up out there.
Huh?
Can't explain nothing with him around.
No, look, maybe I can study up some way to get shut of him real quick.
No, don't you try nothing now. We never will get shut of him then. Well, howdy, Cedric.
Yeah, come on in, Cedric.
Wonderful world.
Wonderful world. What can we do for you today?
Well, I want to get one of them apartments you fellas are giving away.
Well, we ain't exactly giving them away, Cedric.
Well, Mr. Grandpap told me you was. Do them apartments sure enough have everything furnished in them? Do they sure enough?
Oh, my, yeah. Carpets and sofas and stoves and rocking chairs.
That's right, Cedric. Modern up to the minute furnishings. Everything a body could want.
Yeah.
Well, I want to get me one with a pinball machine in it.
Pinball machine.
Yes, Mom, the biggest one they got.
Ah,
Cedric, that ain't no kind of a thing to put in a modern deluxe apartment.
of course
Just
not.
get that idea out of your head right now. Besides, you couldn't get no apartment no way, because you ain't got no house to swap for it.
House to swap for it.
Yeah, you see, Cedric, that's how a family gets an apartment. They turn in their old houses.
Oh, well, I ain't got no house. So how do I get an apartment?
You don't get one, Cedric.
Don't worry about it, though, Cedric, because your papa will get one, and that's where you live anyway.
Yes, Mom, but I don't think I want to live with Papa and Mama no more. They won't let me have no pinball machine in the house. I believe I'd just rather get me an apartment of my own.
Well, now, maybe Cedric's right, Lum. He's getting to be a big boy now, and someday him and Clarabelle's going to get married to one another. They ought to have a place to live.
Yeah, but the facts of the matter still stand. Cedric ain't got no house to trade in.
No, that's right.
Would a birdhouse do? I got one of them.
Oh, of course not, Cedric. That's too little a thing.
How about a doghouse?
No.
Well, I got a pretty big doghouse.
Well, that ain't no good, Cedric. Besides, you don't live there. Your dog does.
Oh, well, how about if the dog swapped his house for apartment and then I could just live with the dog?
No, how you gonna make a deal with a dog? We couldn't go over and talk to your dog about swapping in his place.
No, Mom, but I could swap for him. I'm his guardian, I think.
Have you been appointed his guardian by the court? You have to be, Cedric. We couldn't make nothing legal with a dog. He couldn't sign a paper no way.
Well, there ain't no use arguing about it. We ain't gonna take no doghouse in on this deal, no way.
No, we ought not to have dogs living in the apartment, Cedric.
It's the silliest one idea I ever heard. You better just run on home and forget all about getting an apartment, Cedric.
Well, I sure would love to get me one.
Cedric, I've told you 6 or 5 times before, the only way you can get one is to turn in a place that you actually lived in. One that you own yourself, built on property that you own. Is that clear?
Own property that I own myself, huh? Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's what I said. Now, you better run along, because me and Abner's got a lot more work to do here.
Yeah, so long, Cedric.
Well, wait a minute. Do I still have a library card in your library?
Library card? You aiming on doing some reading, Cedric?
No, Mom, I don't think so.
Well, now, you ought to, Cedric. Be good for you. And I know you'd enjoy that book, Gilbert the Boy Trapper over there.
Well, I ain't got time to read nothing now, though. I'll be back directly, though. Maybe I'll get a book then.
Yeah, all right, Cedric. We'll see you later.
Yes, Mom. Say, did you say them apartments come with or without pinball machines?
Without, of course.
Oh, well, I'll be back. So long. Wonderful world.
Wonderful world. My doggies, I reckon what he's worrying about his library card for.
No telling what goes inside that boy's mind.
No.
Sometimes he's enough to drive a feller stark or even mad crazy.
Well, now, go ahead, Lum. Explain these here drawings to me. I can't make nothing out of them lines there.
Well, of course not. It takes a feller with a mechanical's drawing mind to figure 'em out.
Does, huh?
Yeah, now, you see, this is a crisscross section of the whole building right here. Shows all 5 stories.
All 5?
Yes, sir.
All right, doggies are skyscrapers.
Well, I reckon you could call it that. Of course, after we get going, I'm aiming on making some of the other apartment buildings even taller than this one. 7 or 8 stories high. I don't know.
Oh, my goodness.
But don't tell nobody yet now. I'm going to keep that as sort of a surprise.
I won't tell a soul. Doggies 8 stories high.
Now, see, here's the arrangement. On each floor, there's 5 apartments. See here? 1, 2, 3, and, of course, the middle one there is the basement. 4, 5.
Uh-huh.
Now, we come down here to the first floor, and of course, underneath the first floor is the attic.
Uh-huh.
Explain that to you.
Yeah.
And then on the first floor, instead of apartments, these are all places for stores and offices and such as that.
Uh-huh.
Now, you'll notice up here on the second floor...
what store's going to be over in this corner here, Lum?
I don't know. We ain't figured that out yet. But on the second
Maybe
floor...
a drugstore in this corner, huh?
Yeah, might be. But look up here on the second floor.
Or maybe the post office.
Yeah, maybe the post office. But up on the second floor...
It don't look like a post office, though.
Of course not. This is just a rough drawing, Abner. Wait till the building gets all fixed up, then it will.
Uh-huh.
Now, on the second floor, we're going to put in
No, Sir Lum, I don't believe that's a good idea.
What ain't a good idea?
Having a post office over here in this corner, that's too far from the other end of the building. Or to have it closer to the middle.
All right, we'll put it in the middle then. But up here on the second...
No, if you've got your heart set on having it over in the corner, why, that's where we'll have it.
Abner, I don't care where the post office is at.
Yes, you do, I can tell, and I know that you more than likely got some good reason for wanting it there. I don't know what it is, but I know it must be a good one.
I have not. I ain't got no reasons for wanting it no place.
You ain't?
Of course not.
Not a single reason?
Not a single one.
Well, why are you being so stubborn about insisting on having it in the corner then?
For goodness sakes, Abner, I never insisted on that. It wasn't my idea. You's the one that keeps talking about...
Well, whose idea was it then? Mousey's?
No, it weren't Mousey's.
Doggies, I bound you it was, too. You're just trying to protect him. It's what you doing. More than likely, Gussie put that idea in his head. Just about what you done. What's she so worried about where the post office is going to be at for?
I don't know. Just forget about the whole thing.
Reckon she's trying to get Mousey in as postmaster here in Pine Ridge. That's what she's got in mind.
For goodness sake.
Doggies, I tell you what we better do, Lum. We better warn Dick Huddleston that somebody's trying to get his post office job away from him. That's what we better do. Dick's been postmaster for years here, and ain't no reason to turn him out now and put that Mousey Gray in. Come on, let's call him up.
Gussie ain't trying to get nobody's job away from nobody. Now get that out of your head right now.
Lum, you know Gussie. Once that woman gets her mind made up to a thing, there ain't no
Wait a minute, Abner. Get away from that telephone.
I'm going to call him right now.
No, you ain't no such a thing.
Sir,
you don't stop letting that imagination of yours run wild with you. You're going to get yourself in a batch of trouble. Wait a minute. What's that pounding noise?
Huh?
Seemed like I heard something that sounded like... Well, for goodness sake.
What's the matter, Lum?
Look out in front there. Somebody's putting a tent up right smack in front of the store.
A tent? Why, I do know. Look at there. They're going to cover the front door there with it.
Of course they are. Come on, we better see what this is all about.
You reckon it's a circus coming to town?
No, of course not.
Be awful handy if it was. You step right from the store right into the circus.
What in the world's going on here anyway?
Mom?
Oh, it's you, Cedric.
What are you doing anyway, Cedric? What's the idea of putting up a tent right here?
Well, this is what I'm going to swap for one of them apartments.
Swap for what? Why, this ain't no good, Cedric.
Yes, it is, too. You said I had to own my own place. Well, I own this tent. You said I had to actually live in it, and that's what I'm going to do starting today.
Yeah, but you can't put it up right here, Cedric.
Of course not.
Yes, Mom, I can, too. I got my library card to prove it.
Library card?
Yes, Mom. Don't you recollect you made me buy some property before I could get a library card, so you sold me this little strip of ground in front of your store here. Don't you recollect?
Doggy, that's right, Lum. We did sell this to Cedric.
All right, now, you fellers, get off my property. I've got work to do here.